Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great Sunday. Okay, so let us begin. Uh, Good afternoon, Avni, Ranjit. Avni has asked whether 1st February is the last date for registration. Yes, if you want to appear for June 2024, then 1st February is the last date. Before that, you have to register. Only then you can appear for the exam in June. If you want to appear for December, there is no issue. Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, Ranjit, Renuka, Samir, Shreya, Adnan. Anuj, yes, Anuj, a very happy Sankranti to all of you. Yes, Vinod also, happy Sankranti. Hitesh, a very happy Sankranti to all of you. Yes. Okay, so let us begin with combinations, and then hopefully by quarter to four, I would like to stop and take the sums of permutation so that you have the feel, that you can switch from combination to permutation and permutation to combination. Okay, so that will help you to solve those sums. Okay. Yes, Amin, I'm good. How are you? Priyanka, good afternoon. Humaira, Hitesh, Mania. Diksha, Kinjal, a very, very good afternoon. Pavan, Kumuda, Anagha, and Sunil. Yes, a very good afternoon. Okay, so let us quickly talk about the difference between arranging and grouping. In arranging, we take a particular number of things at a time and then we can either arrange them or group them. Okay. So it should be noted that when we are talking of grouping, AB and BA are same, but when we are talking of arrangements, AB and BA are different. Okay. So the sequence or order of things are important in permutation. Then we talked about what is the difference, and then let me not again make your saliva work hard. Okay, so we just talked about the pizza when we said that the names, if I interchange the name, the pizza is not going to be different. Okay. Then the important thing is factorial. We talked about factorial. These are the numbers. 3 factorial is 6, 4 factorial 24, 5 is 120, 6 is 720, 7 factorial is 5040. At least up till 5040, if you remember, then what will happen if you have 8 factorial? You don't have to remember 3024, 40320, but you can just take this 5040 into 8. Okay, that is what I would like to emphasize here is that if you remember this, what will this be? This will simply be 5040 into 8, which is easier to calculate. Okay. So up till here, hopefully you will remember. And I forgot to write here 2 factorial is always 2. Okay. Because 1 into 2 is 2. The difference starts from here. Okay, Mania, I will just see. Okay. Yeah. Samir, yes. All my blessings are with all of you students. Yes. Then we talked about the multiplication rule when we said that if we do the first thing in m ways, and when this is over, we do the second thing in n ways. Okay. So for the important thing here is we have to complete this. Okay. When I complete this and do the other way, then the multiplication rule says that there are m into n ways of doing the two things together. Okay. So here we talked about 5 different buses going from home to school. And there are 5, and for coming back, if I have 4 buses, then I can reach the school in any of the, 4, which is equal to 20 ways. Okay. The additional rule says that if I can do one thing in m ways and an alternative thing in n ways, then the number of ways in which that thing will be done will be m plus n ways. Okay. So here, like if I can take a bus or an auto, in this example we have taken, so there are 5 buses or 4 autos, so the combined will give you this. So when I'm using the word or, I'm going to add, and when I'm using the word and, I'm going to multiply. Okay. Yes, Dheeraj Mohammed, a very good afternoon. And then we talked about the formula for NPR. NPR was nothing but n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 up to n minus r plus 1. Okay. And this is also equal to n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Okay. Then we talked about this NPR is n factorial upon n minus r. Remember the bottom one, 0 factorial is 1, NPN is n factorial. Then n plus 1 factorial minus n is n into n factorial and so on. Then we had these NP0 is 1, NP1 is n, NPN minus 1 is n factorial, and NPR is all these. So these are also the formulas that you should know about. Then we talked about the circular uh, permutations also. Okay, so circular permutation of n different things chosen at a time is n minus 1 factorial. When we are forming necklaces with n beads of different colors or different designs, then it is n minus 1 factorial upon 2. If I want to arrange people around a round table so that no person has the same two neighbors, is n minus 1 factorial upon 2. Then we had with restrictions, these were the two formulas that we discussed. Okay. Now coming to combination. So now we are saying we are just wanting to select. We don't want to arrange. We are just selecting. So the number of ways in which smaller or equal number of things are arranged or selected from a collection of things where the order of the selection, okay, order or the arrangement is not important are called as combination. So what is the formula? NCR is equal to n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay, always remember that this is also equal to NCR is equal to NPR upon R factorial. This is very helpful for you when you are doing like find N, find R types of questions are there. Na? That time you will be using this. Okay. Yes, Nancy, good afternoon. Kumada, good afternoon. Okay. What are the important ones? NC0 is 1. So let us see how that has happened. NC0 is equal to n factorial upon R is how much? Here n is n and R is 0. So R is 0 factorial into n minus 0 factorial. Okay. So this is equal to n factorial. 0 factorial I know is 1. N minus 0 is n into n factorial. This n cancels out. I get 1. So all these, you can derive also. So, but just remember NC0 is 1. NCN is also 1. NCN minus R is NCR. That these are complementary combination. Means what? Suppose I have, what does this mean? Suppose I have NC4. This is also equal to NC3 because for NCN minus R. So for 3, I can write house NC7 minus 4. Okay. So they will be same. That is just helpful when we are solving problems. Because we don't have any derivation. So don't worry about that. They may ask you just this formula. Okay. This is equal to what? Okay. Now n plus 1 Cn. Okay. This is also one thing that is quite used. N plus 1 Cn is equal to NCR plus NCR minus 1. So this is important. NCR minus 1. How the derivation is come? There are so many books where you will find them. But you will not you don't need to learn the derivation and like nothing is going to be asked set. Now let us go to the things. Okay. What I find through all these years is that there is a lot of times, when you see the question and because when you are reading the question, there are a lot of mathematical things written in it, you get scared and you leave the question. बहुत बार ऐसा हो जाता है कि क्वेश्चन की जो लैंग्वेज है ना उससे आप डर के मारे आप क्वेश्चन नहीं करते. ठीक है, तो उसमें आपको ये देखना है कि मुझे परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन आता है, आपको अपने ऊपर पूरा विश्वास चाहिए. गलती किसी से भी होती है, ठीक है, हम लोग गलती की बात नहीं कर रहे, हम कॉन्सेप्ट की बात करें. मुझे परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन का कॉन्सेप्ट आता है, मुझे ये क्वेश्चन ठीक से पढ़ना है और उसको सॉल्व करना है. मुझे डर निकाल देना है मेरे मन से, ठीक है? So all of you must make a pledge that you will tell yourself that you know the concept of permutation and combination, and you are not going to get scared of the language of the question. Okay. Once you're confident about your ability, then you can solve it. Am I saying that 100%? No. I'm saying yes, you can make a mistake, but the concept will be clear. And the more you practice, the mistakes are going to decrease, right? Isn't it so? Yes, Viresh, good afternoon. So let S be the collection of 8 points in a plane. Okay, so main kya hai? 8 points. What is important is 8. In a plane, we are not going to get very complicated sums. Okay, so this is the language. This is very correct. One has to, because the question may be in 4 dimensions, 5 dimensions. Okay, we are not worried. We are right now talking about 8 points. Okay, with no 3 points on a straight line. Okay, means what? There are no collinear points. Either they will write it this way, or they're going to write no collinear points. Okay, word can be collinear or on a straight line. Okay. So now what happens is that here they have not complicated. They are just saying what? For a triangle. Okay, just tell me, for a triangle, how many points do you need? Yes. Answer me. Yes, correct, Anuj. Yes. Okay, tell me how many points do you need for forming a triangle? Just quickly put in the chat box. Because what happens when you read the solution in the study material, you find it very easy. But the same question, when it comes in the MCQ part or a little twisting of words, then you make a mistake. So let us see. Now, to form a triangle, how many points do I need? Yes, very good, Rani. Yes, Priyanka, Kinjal. So you need 3 points, right? Okay. Points. How many points do I have? 8 points. For a triangle, I need 3 points. Now ask the question. Okay, now ask the question. Ask the question. Is order of selection of points important? Okay, ask yourself this question. Answer me. Is it important? कौन सा पॉइंट पहले लूं, कौन सा पॉइंट बाद में लूं, इससे कुछ फर्क पड़ने वाला है मेरे ट्राइंगल को? यस, quickly answer. Is the order in which I select the points or I place the point, is it important? Yes, very good, Soumya, Kinchal, Rohini, Hitesh, Rani, and Vivek. This is where you get your confidence. No, this is not important. I have 8 points. I can select any 3 points and form a triangle. है ना? ए कर लूंगी सिलेक्ट और सी कर लूंगी सिलेक्ट, उससे ट्राइंगल बदलने वाले हैं क्या? नहीं, मेरे को ऐसा कुछ रूल ही नहीं है ना. मुझे बस पॉइंट्स दिए हैं और उससे ट्राइंगल बनाने. सो आई यूज कॉम्बिनेशन. सो आई यूज कॉम्बिनेशन because most of the time my problem is I know how to do it. I don't know whether I should use a P or a C in the formula. So I have 8 points and I have, for a triangle I need 3 points. Whether I will use P or C here, I will use C because the order is not important. Now it is very easy. 8 factorial upon 3 factorial into 8 minus 3 is 5 factorial, right? 8 factorial is 5040 into 8. 3 factorial is 6. 5 factorial is 120. So I can quickly solve this. How much is this? 5040 into 8, 4320 divided by 6 divided by 120, the 56. Okay, 56 ways. I hope now you understood the logic behind it. Now you will get confident while answering. Okay. Nancy, very good, very good. समीर, आपकी इंग्लिश में खराब है या आप सोचना बंद कर दीजिए। आप यहाँ लिखा हुआ समझ रहा है ना, उतना आपको आता है इंग्लिश, राइट? है ना? आपको उतना तो इंग्लिश आता है कि जो लिख रहे हैं कि ट्रायंगल माने क्या, तो उतना तो हमें सबको मालूम रहता है। तो आप ये मन से निकाल दीजिए, ठीक है? आप उस पर कॉन्सेंट्रेट कीजिए। आपको हिंदी में बता ही रही हूँ मैं, ठीक है? ऐसे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। सो ऑर्डर इंपॉर्टेंट है क्या? नहीं, मैं कौन सा पॉइंट पहले सिलेक्ट करती हूँ उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, इसीलिए मैं कॉम्बिनेशन यूज कर रही हूँ, ठीक है? यस रानी, वेरी गुड रानी, श्रेया, रोहिणी, हितेश, यस। रोहिणी इज वेरी हैप्पी। यस सौम्या, सौम्या 8 से क्यों मल्टीप्लाई किया? अभी शुरू में ही बताया ना। 8 फैक्टोरियल कैसा? 8 मेरे को, मैं क्या करती हूँ, मैं तो अभी मैं बूढ़ी हो गई ना, आप लोग जितनी यंग थोड़ी हो, तो मुझे 7 फैक्टोरियल 5040 में ही इतना तक याद रखती हूँ। मुझे ये मालूम है 2 फैक्टोरियल इज 2, 3 फैक्टोरियल इज 6, 4 फैक्टोरियल इज 24, 5 फैक्टोरियल इज 120, 6 फैक्टोरियल इज 720 एंड 7 फैक्टोरियल इज 5040। यही तक याद रखती हूँ। उसके बाद अगर 8 फैक्टोरियल 9 फैक्टोरियल आता है तो मैं इसी से मल्टीप्लाई करती हूँ, इसीलिए वो 8 है। वरना आप वापस पूरा सा लिख सकते हो। आप इसको 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 फैक्टोरियल अपॉन 3 फैक्टोरियल 6 into 5 फैक्टोरियल, ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो। ये 5 फैक्टोरियल कट हो जाता है, ये 6 कट हो जाता है, ये 56। ठीक है, कई बच्चों को यहाँ ऐसे पसंद है, ठीक है, उनको समझता है। लेकिन अगर आपको नहीं समझता है तो आप प्रॉपर 8 फैक्टोरियल लिखिए, उसके ऊपर 3 फैक्टोरियल लिखिए और 5 फैक्टोरियल। ओके। यस शिवा, गुड आफ्टरनून। या ओके, सो this is the way. Do the calculation in whichever method is you are comfortable in. Okay. So you can either do this method or this method. Do any method that you want, so long as you get 56 as the answer. A committee is to be formed of 3 persons out of 12. Find the number of ways of forming the committee. Okay, just you're forming the committee. So committee is 12C3. 12 people are there and 3 people in the committee is to be there. I know NCR is equal to n factorial upon r factorial into n minus r factorial. Okay. 12 लोग हैं, उसमें से 3 लोगों को सिलेक्ट करना है, उन 3 लोगों का चयन करना है ताकि मैं कमिटी फॉर्म कर सकूं। तो इसका ये होता है, इसको होता है 12 फैक्टोरियल अपॉन 3 फैक्टोरियल इंटू 12 माइनस 3 फैक्टोरियल विच इज इक्वल टू 12 factorial upon 3 factorial, I know is 6 into this is 9 factorial. Okay, so this is 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 factorial upon 6 into 9 factorial. ये जो है this 9 factorial get cancelled. This is going to cancel with this 2. So this is 22 into 10, which is equal to 220 ways. Okay. Yes, Soumya has understood. Nancy, Vivek, yes, understood. Anuj, yes, Anuj, आपने ऐसे ही किया है। रेशमा, good afternoon, रेशमा। Yeah, very good. Anuj, Nancy, Hitesh, Rani, very nice. Okay, next question is, a committee of 7 members is to be chosen from 6 CA, 4 economics and 5 cost accountants. In how many ways can this be done if in the committee there must be at least 1 member from each group and at least 3 chartered accountants? Okay, at least 3 माने minimum. यहाँ पे भी at least means minimum. ठीक है, so I will just show you how I do this. Okay, so what I will write CA, I will write economics, and I will write cost accountant. Okay. Then what is the criteria? Criteria is minimum 3, minimum 1, minimum 1. How many CAs are there? 6 CAs, 4 economists, and 5 cost accountant. Okay. Okay. Have you understood? 7 लोगों की टीम बनानी है मुझे, कमिटी बनानी है, उसमें से मिनिमम 3 सीए चाहिए, मिनिमम 1 इकोनॉमिस्ट चाहिए और मिनिमम 1 कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट चाहिए। है कितना मेरे पास? 6 सीए है, 4 इकोनॉमिस्ट है और 5 कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट है। सीए में मेरे पास 5 है, तो उनके साथ मुझे कॉम्बिनेशन करने हैं। तो लेट मी सी। तो मैं ऐसा लिखती हूँ, आप अपनी मर्जी से लिख सकते हैं, लेकिन इससे मुझे क्या पता लगता है कि मेरे पास सीए मिनिमम कितना चाहिए? 3, इकोनॉमिस्ट 1 एंड कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट 1। है मेरे पास कितने? 6, 4 एंड 5। ठीक है। कॉम्बिनेशन क्या क्या हो सकते हैं? सी, व्हाट इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन? दैट एटलीस्ट 1, सो आई ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद द बिगर वन। सो मिनिमम ये 1 कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट, 1 इकोनॉमिस्ट। हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स डू आई नीड? 7। ओके। मिनिमम 7 चाहिए, कमिटी में 7 चाहिए। 7 में से एक गया 5, 6 में से एक गया 5, सो आई विल टेक 5 CS. Okay, this is 1. Second combination is, once I have done that, what can I do further? I can now take 4. Okay, this is possible. 5, 1, 1. For 4, I can have, now I need 7, so I can have, and a minimum is 1. So I cannot say कि मैंने सारे इकोनॉमिक्स ले लिए, सारे सीए ले लिए, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है। पूरी टीम में सिर्फ सीए हैं, ऐसे चलेगा क्या? नहीं, हमें एक कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट चाहिए, एक इकोनॉमिस्ट, जो मिनिमम चाहिए। हम ज्यादा भी ले सकते हैं, लेकिन इतना मिनिमम है। सीए लेकिन 3 चाहिए मिनिमम। तो ये 4 हो गया, ये 2 एंड 1। ओके, 4, 2, 1। और यू कैन हैव 4, or I can have 4, 1, 2. 4 + 2 6 + 1 7। आप किसी भी ऑर्डर में शुरू कर सकते हो, मैं बड़े से छोटे में जाती हूँ तो मुझे आसानी हो जाती है। ओके। व्हाट इज द अदर पॉसिबल? 3। मिनिमम इज 3, so I can have 3 CS. Then if I have 3 CS, I can have 3 economists and 1 cost accountant, 6 and 7. Or I can have 3 CS, 2 economists, 2 cost accountant, still 7. Or I can have 3 CAs, 1 cost economics and 2 cost accountant. ठीक है? These are the various ways in which I can have these are the various possibilities. This is not permutation, Vivek. Vivek, this is combination only, because we are just trying to select. Order is not important. Only there is a restriction on number of students. Okay, so that also you should be able to identify. How many CS do I need here? 5 CS out of 6 CS. So this is 5C, oh sorry, 6C5. This is 6C5 into 4. Out of 4 economics, I need 1. So 4C1 into 5C1 into 5C1. 6C5 is 6 factorial upon 5 factorial into 1 factorial. So I don't need that. Again, this is 4 factorial upon 3 factorial into 1 into 5 factorial upon 4 factorial into 1. Okay. So 6. So I have 5, 1, 1. This is equal to how much? Let me see. This is equal to 6 into 4 into 5. Okay. If I solve this, I get this. This is 20, 120. Okay. Rani, last combination, the last digit should be 3. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. गलत हो जाता आंसर. Yes. Okay. 313. Okay. Now here 421. How many CAs are there? 6. 6 में से मुझे कितने लेने? 4. 6C4. Economics कितने हैं? 4. 4C2. Then how many this do I have? Cost accountant 5. Out of 5 I need to take 1. Okay. So into 5C1. 6C4 is 6 factorial upon 2 factorial into 4 factorial into 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial into this is same 5 factorial upon 4 factorial. Now 6 factorial upon 2 into 4 will be 5 into 6. So 15. This is equal to 15 into 3 into 4. 6 into 5. 3450. Yes. This is equal to 450. Okay. Now 412. Yeah. Very good. Anuj 450. Yes. Hitesh also got. Yeah. Kinjal right. Kinjal. Now out of 6 I need 4. So 6C4 into 4C1 into 5C2. So this is 6 factorial upon 2 factorial into 4 factorial. ये ऊपर वाले से जैसे सेम हो जाता है. दिखने में बड़ा लगता है सम, लेकिन जब आप करोगे तो देखोगे अरे बहुत सारे नंबर्स रिपीट होते हैं. 4 factorial upon 3 factorial into 5C2 is 5 factorial upon 2 factorial into 3 factorial. Okay. So this I know already is equal to 15. This is equal to 4. This is equal to 10. Right? 600. Yes. Now 6C3 into 4C3 into 5C1. 6C3 is 6 factorial upon 3 factorial into 3 factorial. 4C3 is 4 factorial upon 3 factorial and 5C1 is 5 factorial upon 4 factorial. 6, this is how much? 6 factorial upon 3 into 3, that is 6 into 6, 36. And this is 720 upon 36. 720 divided by 36. कितना आता है? 20. So this is equal to 20 into 4 into 5. So this is 20 into 2400. Okay. Yes, Anuj, Rohini. Rohini has got the answer. Rohini, okay. Now this is how much? This is again 6C3 into 4C2 into 5C2. Okay. 6C3 अभी से मुझे मालूम है. This is equal to 20. 4C2 कहाँ यहाँ पे निकाला था, उसकी वैल्यू है 6. 5C2 निकाला था, उसकी वैल्यू है 10. This is equal to 12. This is equal to 1200. ठीक है. And 313 6C3 into 4C1 into 5C3. Okay. 6C3 है 20. 4C1 कितना आया मेरा? 4. और 5C3. 5C3 कितना है? 5C3 is 5C2. Complementary होता है ना 5C2 and 5C3. So I can take the same value. This is equal to 800. Okay. So now how many ways in which I can draw a committee? I can draw a committee of 7 people. What will I do? I will use the addition. So 800 plus 1200 plus 400 plus 600 plus 450 and 120 plus 450 plus 120, which is equal to 3750. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes? आप बोलेंगे इतना बड़ा क्वेश्चन आएगा क्या? इससे थोड़ा सा छोटा ही आ जाएगा आपको, आपको ज्यादा चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं। एक बार आप ये प्रैक्टिस कर लोगे ना, तो अपने आप से आपको स्पीड आ जाएगी। ओके, सो आई होप एवरीबॉडी हैज अंडरस्टूड दिस क्वेश्चन, हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू फॉर्म द फॉर्मेशंस. Just put it in the chat box whether or not you have understood. Okay, just put it in the chat box. पानी कहाँ गया? Yes, so many. Shreya, Mobini, Ritesh, Nancy, Rani, Kinchal, Renuka, Anuj. ओके, 3570 है, ऐड करूं 800 plus 1200 plus 400 plus 600 plus 450 plus 120 3570. गलत लिखा क्या मैंने? 3570 3570. Okay, yes, let us go further. Clear? Yes, Shiva is done. Mobin is saying understood. Renuka said understood. Yeah, very nice. Now a person has 12 friends. Okay, so he has relatives and others will be friends. He has 12 friends, out of which 8 are relatives. So your relatives can also be your friends. So relatives are how many? 8. Friends are how many? 12 minus 8, which is equal to 4. Okay. In how many ways, how many does he want to invite? He wants to invite 7 people. What is the condition? He wants to invite 7 people. And what is the condition? So, no, there is no minimum. He needs 5 of them to be relatives. 5 of them are relatives. So, he needs 5 relatives. So, out of 7, 5 are relatives. So, 7 minus 5, 2 will be friends. Okay. 12 लोग हैं, उसमें से 8 आपके रिश्तेदार हैं, और अगर 8 आपके रिश्तेदार है तो बच्चे 4 लोग जो है वो आपके सिर्फ फ्रेंड्स है, उसमें उनसे आपका कोई नाता नहीं है, आप लेकिन आप बहुत अच्छे फ्रेंड्स हैं। लेकिन आपको अगर अपने घर में सिर्फ 7 लोगों को बुलाना है, जिसमें से 5 आपके रिश्तेदार होने चाहिए, तो 5 रिश्तेदार रहेंगे और 2 क्या रहेंगे? फ्रेंड्स रहेंगे। ठीक है। So out of 12 people that you know, 8 of them are your relatives and remaining 4 are your friends. These 8 are also your friends. Okay, 8 relatives are also your friends. So that is why the 12 friends, the phrase includes your relatives also. Now what is required is at least, not at least, 5 of them have to be your relatives. Okay, so remember here, look out for words like at least, not more than, minimum. Okay, is any of this word over here? No. Okay, there is no word like this. So what we do is, that means all I need is, out of 12 people, I need 5 to be relatives and 2 to be friends. So I have, and how many relatives do I have? 8. And how many friends do I have? 4. So this 5, 8, 5 and 4, 2. So what will I write? Number of ways in which I can invite is out of 8 relatives, I'm inviting 5 into out of 4 relatives, I'm inviting 2. So this is what 8 factorial upon 3 factorial into 5 factorial into 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial. ठीक है? तो आपको जैसा सही लगे वैसा आंसर निकालिए इसका. ओके. That is 336. Okay. I will just write both the methods for you to understand. I can write it that 5040 into 7 upon 3 factorial I know is 6 into 5 factorial I know is 120. 4 factorial I know is 24 and upon 2 into 2. तो ये हो जाता है 4 6 6 और ये हो जाएगा 120 5040 divided by 120 into 7 और into 8. सॉरी, वही मैं सोचू क्या हो गया. Into 8. 5040 divided by 120 this is 336. Other way is this can be written as 8 into 7 into 6. So into 5 factorial upon 3 factorial into 5 factorial. And here 4 factorial can be written as 4 into 3 into 2 factorial upon 2 into 2 factorial. So this 2 factorial gets cancelled, this 5 factorial gets cancelled. Then I am left with 8 into, this is 56 into 6. Okay. So you can do it this way also. Rohini 336. Okay. Yes. Vivek, no. In the previous question, there is no shortcut. That is the way it has to be done. Okay. But you will hopefully get smaller questions wherein, because that question requires the fourth question. It is requiring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't think for in MCQ you could get that. Those are very good questions for your long answers. Okay. Where they're testing your knowledge, understanding, not knowledge, understanding of the concept. Okay. In each of these cases, find n. Okay. So what I would suggest is, for such example, use options. Okay. For whatever values of n they have given, just put it in the option. See whether LHS is equal to RHS in whichever option. You can do that. Okay. But still, for your understanding, I'm going to explain. In case you are not getting any option correct, but you feel that one of them is the correct answer, how you will do it. Okay. So this is 4 into आपको आना सब चाहिए n फैक्टोरियल NC2 कैसे लिखते हैं n फैक्टोरियल अपॉन n minus 2 फैक्टोरियल into 2 फैक्टोरियल. This is my LHS. Okay. So this is equal to n plus 2 factorial upon n plus 2 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. Okay. This is my RHS. Okay. Now let me solve this. Now n plus 2 factorial is bigger. I'm going to write, I write n plus 2 factorial to be equal to n plus 2 into n plus 1. एक एक कम करते जाएंगे into n factorial. और ये कितना है? n plus 2 minus 3 is n minus 1. Okay. Now which is bigger, n minus 1 or n minus 2? Which is bigger? Which is bigger? When you are in doubt, put n इज इक्वल टू 10। अगर आपको पता नहीं लग रहा है कि कौन सा वाला बड़ा है, तो n 10 डालेंगे तो n माइनस वन कितना हो जाएगा, 9, और n माइनस टू कितना हो जाएगा, 8। तो बड़ा कौन सा हुआ, ये। ठीक है, so I am going to write this n minus 1 factorial up to this. So, and n minus 1 factorial is equal to n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. ये दो मैं यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूट करने वाली हूँ, ठीक है। So what do I get here? I get 4 into n factorial upon n minus 2 factorial into 2. 2 factorial is 2 is equal to n plus 2 factorial की जगह मैं ये लिखने वाली हूँ. So this is n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n factorial upon, instead of n minus 1 factorial, what am I going to write? N minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. And instead of 3 factorial, I'm going to write 6. Don't forget the 3. 3 factorial. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cancel. So this n factorial is going to cancel with this. This n plus 2 factorial is, n minus 2 factorial is going to cancel with this. So what am I left with? 4 upon 2, that is 2. So 2 is equal to n plus 2 into n plus 1 upon n minus 1 into 6. Now I can solve this. Okay. So this will become a quadratic. So this becomes a quadratic. What is the value of the quadratic? It becomes n square minus 9n plus 14 is equal to 0. So I get n is equal to 7 or n is equal to 2. Okay. So this will be the answer. So what you have to do is to be careful. You have to just see whether or not you're getting only one answer or two answers. Okay. In such questions, because in quadratic, you may get two correct answers. Okay. So similarly, you could do for here also. Yes, Kinjal. Very nice, Rani, Mobin, Renuka. Yes, Mania. So same thing over here. What am I going to write? N plus 2 factorial upon n plus 2 minus n factorial into n factorial. This is equal to n plus 2 factorial upon n plus 2 minus n. ये plus n minus n cancel हो जाएंगे, बचे क्या? 2 factorial into n factorial. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to write this as, यहाँ पे जो लिखा है ना वही वाला यहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हैं. This is equal to n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n factorial upon 2 into n factorial. This n factorial cancels, and this is equal to 45. Okay. So you have n plus 2 into n plus 1 is equal to 45 into 2. ये 2 है वो उधर चला जाएगा. So this gives me n square plus 3n plus 1 is equal to 90. And then I solve this and I get n to be equal to 8. Okay. I can do it by the quadratic method. So this is my quadratic method. दूसरा एक बहुत सिंपल वाला मेथड भी है. ठीक है. एक तो आप ऑप्शन से करेंगे, दूसरा है कि ये क्या हुआ, n plus 2 into n plus 1 is equal to 90. ये क्या है, ये दो consecutive numbers. These are consecutive numbers. 90 के मल्टीपल्स क्या होंगे, 9 into 10. बहुत इजी है. दिस इज इक्वल टू 9 into 10. माने क्या हुआ, n plus 2 into n plus 1 हुआ 9 into 10. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, n plus 1 is equal to 9. So n is equal to 9 minus 1 यानी 8. आप उसको n plus 2 से भी कर सकते हो. ठीक है. n plus 2 is equal to 10. So n is equal to 10 minus 2 which is equal to 8. ठीक है. आपको क्वाड्रेटिक की भी जरूरत नहीं, यहाँ देख के भी पता लगता है, या आप ऑप्शन से भी कर सकते हो. ओके. इज दैट क्लियर एवरीबडी? So these are sums that you should not lose out on, because you just have to put in the values that are given. but logic also you need to understand. Okay, it's my duty to tell. So similarly for this question, use your options. Here also, similarly, you could do that. Now coming to this, okay, these are the questions that I want you to understand. So a box contains red, white, and blue balls. How many red, white, and blue balls are there? 7 red, 6 white, and 4 blue balls. How many selections of 3 balls? Okay, so how many do I need? R is equal to 3. So that all 3 are red. Okay, so first option, all 3 are red. So if I have to select 3 balls, when all 3 are red, then how many white do I select? 0. And how many blue balls? 0. So out of 7, I have to select 3. Okay, so this is equal to 7C3, which is equal to 7C3 is 7 factorial upon 4 factorial into 3 factorial. So this is 5040 upon 24 into 6. Okay, you could do that. 5040 divided by 24 divided by 6, 35. Okay, so there are 35 ways in which you can select 3 red balls. Okay, all 3 are red. The second option is saying none is red. Okay, so I don't want any red. So what will be the option? Here 0. I'm not going to select any red. Then how many white? See, I can, there is no condition कि at least एक white होना चाहिए, एक blue होना चाहिए, ऐसा कोई condition नहीं है. So I can have all 3 white and no black, no blue, or I can have no red, no white, all blue, or I can have what? This is 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, these are the 4 possibilities in which I have balls which are not red. Okay, in which I have balls which are not red. So what will this be? This is 0, so 6C3. Okay, first is 6C3 because out of 6 white, I need 3 white. So 6C3 is how much? This is 6 factorial upon 3 factorial into 3 factorial, which is equal to 720 upon 6 into 6. So 720 upon 36. 720 divided by 36, 20. 20 ways. Okay. लेकिन ये फाइनल आंसर नहीं है, 4 का मिला के आंसर होने वाला है. ओके, ये सेकंड में क्या है कि नन इज रेड में ये 4 ऑप्शन है मेरे पास. इसमें क्या हो जाएगा? नो रेड, नो व्हाइट, all are blue. How many blue balls do I have? 4. Out of 4, how many do I have to select? 3. Okay, so 4C3. So this is equal to 4 factorial upon 1 factorial into 3 factorial, which is equal to 4. Okay, ये तो सिंपल वाला है. उसके बाद 0, 2, 1, मतलब 6 व्हाइट में से मैंने 2 व्हाइट लेने हैं, तो 6C2 इंटू 4C1, 4 ब्लू में से मुझे एक लेना है. ठीक है, 6C2 is 6 factorial upon 2 factorial into 4 factorial into 4C1 is 4 factorial upon 1 factorial into 3 factorial. 6 to 4 is 720 upon 2 into 24. 4 factorial upon 3 factorial is into 4. How much is this? 720 divided by 24 divided by 2 is 15 into 4, 60. This is 60. Okay. और चौथा वाला, ये वाला थोड़ा इधर लिखती हूँ मैं अभी. Just change the color so that you can see it. Out of 6 white balls, I have to select 1 white ball. So out of 6 white ball, I am selecting 1. And out of 4 blue balls, I am selecting 2. So 4C2. So how much is this? यहीं पे लिख रही हूँ, वहां नीचे जगह नहीं है तो 6 factorial upon 1 factorial into 5 factorial into 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay. So this is 6 into 4 factorial is 24 upon 4. Okay. तो ये हो गया 6. This is equal to 36. Okay. So in how many ways none is red का क्या होगा? 30. ये होगा नॉट 30. ये 4 ऐड होंगे. ओके. ये 4 because I have these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 4 will be added. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is 20 plus 4 plus 60 plus 36. How much is this? 40, 40, 60, 60, 60, 120. 120? These are 120 ways in which none is red. Yes, Nancy, Rohini, Anil, Anuj. Yes, very good. Rani, you are answering so well. Anuj, 360 कौन सा वाला है? नेक्स्ट वाला क्या? हाँ, 36 बोलना था. ओके ओके. Yes, 120. Now each is of one color. This is simple. Each is of one color. रेड कितने हैं? 7. 7 में से एक व्हाइट चाहिए, रेड एक चाहिए. So 7. So last one is when I want each of one color. So out of 7 red balls, I'm selecting 1. Out of 6 white balls, I'm selecting 1. Out of 4 blue balls, I'm selecting 1. 7C1 is 7. 6C1 is 6. 4C1 is 4. This is 24 into 7. 24 into 7. Answer is 7 into 6 into 4, 68. Okay. Yes, very good. Yes, Dheeraj, very good. Rani, Mobini, Hitesh, Priyanka. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Okay. Okay, again in this question, it is better that you use the options. Okay, so if you use the option, you will find the value of x. All you have to do, or you can actually do also, but then it is better that you this is the formula that you should use and you can do that, but as such there is no need. So the shortcut method is just use the options that are available. Or you can actually do the calculation also, like 12C5 is 12 factorial upon 7 factorial into 5 factorial. Okay, plus 2 into 12 factorial upon 8 factorial into 4 factorial plus 12 factorial upon 9 factorial into 3 factorial. Okay, so you could do that. You can take out 12 factorial as common. Okay, so you have 1 upon 7 factorial, I know is 5040. 5 factorial I know is 120 plus 2 upon 8 factorial is 5040 into 8 into 4 factorial is 24 plus 1 upon 9 factorial. You could do that values also. So, but preferable because it's just x. So what you can do is just put the value and find it. Okay. And otherwise you can use this also. Okay. These are the formula that you should use and you can get the answer. Now, important. When n1 things are number of likely exactly alike things, when n2 are number of exactly alike things, and n3 are number of exact alike things, and the rest of the n things are different, then the number of ways in which these n things may be arranged is p is equal to n factorial upon n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3. जैसे कुछ चीजें दी हैं उसमें से कुछ एक जैसी हैं, दूसरी कुछ एक जैसी है, तीसरी कुछ एक जैसी है और बाकी सब डिफरेंट है, तो उस समय आपको ये वाला फॉर्मूला यूज करना है. ओके. यस अंजलि, यू गॉट दिस. वेरी गुड. यस मैम, डन. बी कॉम्बिनेशन सौम्या कौन से इसमें? यहाँ पे ना उन्होंने बोला कि 3 बॉल्स चाहिए ना, इसीलिए 3 लिए हैं. ठीक है, उन्होंने बताया हमें कि 3 ही बॉल चाहिए उनको. ब्रेक अभी 2-4 मिनट है शिवा. हम्म. ये 2 सम कर लें, उसके बाद हम लोग ब्रेक ले लेंगे. ठीक है. Now, how many different permutations are possible from the words, are possible from the letters of the word calculus? Okay. ये वाला जो फॉर्मूला है उसका हम एप्लीकेशन देख रहे हैं. So let us see. How many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So calculus contains 8 letters. ठीक है. Now how many C's are there? 2. How many A's are there? 1. एक एक करके मैं देख रही हूँ. How many L are there? 1 and 2. ठीक है. L कितने हैं मेरे पास? 2 हैं. C कितने हैं? 2 हैं. A कितना है? 1 है. L कितना है? 3 है. U कितने हैं? 2 हैं. S कितने हैं? 1 है. ये करने के बाद एक बार ऐड करके देख लीजिए उतना 8 आ रहा है कि नहीं. कभी कभी ना गलती से हम डबल ले लेते. 2 + 1 3, 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so now I know that there are 2 C's, there are 2 L's and there are 2 U's. Okay, now tell me, can you differentiate between the 2 C's? आपको पता लग जाएगा कि कौन सा सी पहला वाला है, कौन सा बाद वाला है? नहीं, है ना. सी जो है अल्फाबेट है, उसका कुछ दो व्यक्ति नहीं है जो आप उसमें डिफरेंशिएट कर सकें. Now, when you have alphabets, you cannot differentiate between one C with from the other C. So there, those 2 C's are alike, the 2 L's are alike, and the 2 U's are alike. So different permutations are, okay, different permutations are n factorial upon n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial, because we don't want that those repetitions that are there, I want to eliminate that. So I have 8 factorial upon n1 factorial, that is 2. How many c's are there? 2. तो उसके लिए 2. Because this is what I'm trying to, this one and this one. So 2 factorial upon 2 factorial. So this is equal to 8 factorial upon 8. So this is equal to 720 base. Yes, Anuj has understood. Dheeraj has understood. Yes, very good. Oh, 5040, not 720. Okay. 8 factorial can be written as 8 into 7 factorial upon 8. So this 8 gets cancelled. 7 factorial I know is 5040. Okay. अच्छा, ये वाला फॉर्मूला समझ के हम लोग ब्रेक ले लेंगे. ठीक है शिवम. When each of the n things may be repeated once, twice, up to r times, then the number of ways of arranging these things are n raised to r. कभी कभी होता है ना, हमें देंगे कि फॉर्म नंबर्स यूजिंग दीज नंबर्स ना 1 2 3 4, उसमें से आप 2 डिजिट के नंबर बनाइए. So in that case, they will always give you whether repetition is allowed or not. I will just explain this. 1 2 3 4. Suppose I have these four numbers and they are asking you to find three three numbered numbers. Okay, तीन वाले numbers चाहिए, जैसे 100 है, 200 है, 300. तो उसमें क्या होता है, if repetition is allowed, so I can have numbers like this. Okay, but if repetitions are not allowed, these numbers I cannot have. Okay, I cannot have something like this. Okay, I cannot have. So when that is the case, n raised to r numbers can be formed. Okay, and but when each of the n things may be dealt with in either of the two ways, ये वाला बहुत अच्छा है. Either yes या no, इसमें से हो सकता है. Either I select that thing or I don't select. In that case, it will be 2 raised to n minus y. Okay, so these are these two. This was the first one. Okay, p is equal to n factorial upon n1 into n3. Okay, n1 factorial, n2 factorial, n3. The second is if they are repeated, then it is n raised to r. Third thing is n raised 2 raised to n minus 1, where either I can select yes or no. Okay. Yes, Hitesh has also understood. Okay. So Shiva, quickly recharge your battery. So let us take a break. Manish? Yes. Okay, we'll take a break and come back in 10 minutes. Yes. Yes. Okay, welcome back everyone. Yes. Uh, Anjali, you want to explain? Me to explain? Tambeshwari? Okay, no problem. Tambeshwari, you can see the recorded also. Okay, here what happens in the word calculus, there are some alphabets that are being repeated. Okay, so how many are repeated? C is repeated, L is repeated, U is repeated. Okay, three are repeated. What about A and S? They are not repeated. So how many total alphabets are there? 8 factorial. So 8 factorial divided by these three. Why are we dividing these by 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial? Is because I cannot differentiate between one C and another C. I cannot differentiate between one L and another L, and same thing for U. Okay, that is the logic behind dividing by this. Now, in an exam paper with 10 questions, okay, exam paper with 10 questions, so there are 10 questions. 6 are in algebra, 6 are for algebra, and 4 are for geometry. Okay. At least one paper from each section is to be attempted. In how many ways can this be done? Okay. Now here what happens is, for every question, it may be algebra or it may be this thing, geometry. For every question, I have an option to attempt it or skip it. ठीक है, या तो मैं उसको अटेम्प्ट करूंगी या मैं छोड़ दूंगी. ओके, आइदर ऑफ दिस. सो दैट इज व्हाई व्हेन आई हैव दिस टाइप ऑफ थिंग, आई एम गोइंग टू यूज दिस. When each of the things may be dealt with in either of the two ways, okay, either of the two ways, it may be taken or left, then the total number of ways with dealing of n things is given by 2n minus 1. ये वाला जो पैरा है ना, वो important. It may be taken or left. It may be taken or left. तो यहाँ पे भी ऐसे ही है, या मैं क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करती हूँ या मैं छोड़ देती हूँ. सो व्हाट विल इट बी? हाउ मेनी अलजेब्रा क्वेश्चंस आर देयर? 6. हाउ मेनी ज्योमेट्री आर देयर? 4. सो 2 raised to 6 minus 1 into 2 raised to 4 minus 1. Okay, so these are the ways in which you can do it. Okay, understood everybody? Another thing is, when out of n things, n1 number are exactly alike, n2 are exactly alike, such that n1 plus n2 plus n3 is equal to n, then the number of ways in which groups can be formed by taking some or all out of these things is given by n1 plus 1, n2 plus 1, n3 plus 1 minus 1. Okay, so they can ask you this in theory also, but let us see. There are 7 men and 3 ladies. Okay, there are men and there are ladies. How many are there? 7 and 3. Find the number of ways in which a committee of 6, okay, ये बहुत important, 6 can be formed. So 6 चाहिए मेरे को. If the committee is to include at least, okay, आ गया वो डरावना word at least. मतलब क्या होता है? Minimum. Okay, so at least 2 ladies. So what do I do now? एटलीस्ट 2 माना मिनिमम, तो कितने चाहिए कमिटी में? 6. तो मेरे पास लेडीज कितनी है? 6. तो मैं 6 के 6 लेडीज ले सकती हूँ क्या? नहीं, बिकॉज आई ओनली हैव 3 लेडीज, सो आई कैन नॉट गो मोर देन दैट. ओके, so what an option I can have is, I can have the committee with 3 ladies and total number is 6. So this will be 6 minus 3. So it will also contain. So you will have 3 males and 3 ladies. That is one option. Second option is, I can have 2 ladies and then this will be 6 minus 2, which is equal to 4. Okay. 2 के नीचे जा सकती हूँ क्या? No, because the condition is at least 2. So what I have is this. दिस इज व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग यू इन द लास्ट सम, जो बड़ा वाला सम था ना, कि इस तरह के सम आएंगे जिसमें आपको 2-3 करके आपको आंसर मिलना है। ओके, नाउ आई हैव टू सिलेक्ट 3 male from 7 males. So this is 7C3 into 3 ladies from 3 ladies. So wait, 3 ladies from 3 ladies. So this is 3C3. 7 3C is 7 factorial upon 4 factorial into 3 factorial. 3C3 is 3 factorial upon 0 factorial into 3 factorial into. So this is how much? 7 6 5, and this is going to give you 35. Okay, 5040 upon 24 by 5040 divided by 24 divided by 3 divided by 2. Yeah. Second option क्या है? I have 2 ladies in the committee and 4 men. So out of 7 men, I'm going to select 4. Out of these 7 men, I'm going to select 4. 7C4 into out of these 3 ladies, I'm going to select 2. 7C4 and 7C3 are complementary. So this is equal to 35. C3C2 is 3 factorial upon 1 factorial into 2 factorial. So this is equal to 35 into 3, which is equal to how much? 105. Okay. So how much committee can I form? This plus this, 35 plus 105, I get 140 as the answer. Yes, very good, Anuj. Another, yes, you have to complete the solution. When there is only calculation bit, na, I want you to do it on your own. Mostly I do the calculations, but still, okay. Sometimes, yes, even in the option, they will give you just factorial answer. Okay, so that time you are going to click that as tick mark that. It will depend on what is given in the MCQ. Okay, Anaga? Yes, Dheeraj, correct. Dheeraj, Rani, Anuj. Yeah. Find the number of ways of selecting 4 letters from the word examination. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is try to find out how many letters are there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are 11 letters. Now I have to see how many are repeated. ऐसे ना कई बच्चे ना ऐसे देख देख के करते हैं, लेकिन मैं क्या बोलती हूँ, आप लेफ्ट से राइट जाइए, हर लेटर को देखिए तो आपको पता लग जाए. हाउ मेनी ईज आर देयर? 1. How many X are there? 1. How many A's are there? Let me check. 1. ये हो गया. A 2 हैं. So there are 2. How many M's are there? 1. How many I's are there? I 1, 2. ये भी कट कर देती हूँ. So these are 2. How many N's are there? 1, 2. N are 2. How many O's are there? 1. अब इसको ऐड करती हूँ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. अरे क्या मिस हो गया? टी रह गया. देखो ऐसा हो जाता है. Okay, so T is also 1. Now I've got 11. Okay, so find the number of ways of selecting 4 letters from the word this thing. Again, here you have alphabets, and alphabets may be they are same, so I have to be very careful. Okay, yes. Now, what are the options that I have? What will the options be? Okay. What are the single letters? E, X. इसको मैं दूसरे कलर से लिखती हूँ. Single letters are E, X, M, O and T. 1, 2, 3. Okay, these are single letters. Two letters are A is 2, I is 2 and N is 2. And N is 2. Okay. Now, first, I think I forgot to write the whole question. Okay. First is, what is the question? All are different. All are different. Okay. There can be a possibility that all are different. When will that happen? Okay. Here, the most important clue that I'm giving you, the most important tip I'm giving you, write down the alphabets. In such question, it is easier when you write the alphabets. Okay. So this is E, X, M, O, T. इन दो ए में से एक ए लूंगी मैं, ए. इन दो में से एक आई लूंगी, आई. एंड इस दो में से एक एन लूंगी, 1 एन. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many do I have? 8. How many do I need? 4. 8C4. This is 8 factorial upon 4 factorial into 4 factorial. And the answer comes to 70. Okay. When I have all the alphabets as different, this is the case. How do I did that? A, E, X, M, O, T were already 1 each. ई एक्स एमओटी वैसे ही मेरे पास एक ही थे, लेकिन मैंने दो ए में से एक ए लिया, दो आई में से एक आई लिया और दो एन में से एक एन लिया. तो मेरे पास क्या हो गए? 8 डिफरेंट अल्फाबेट्स हो गए. इन 8 डिफरेंट अल्फाबेट्स में से मैंने 2 ले लिए. दूसरा ऑप्शन क्या है? 2 आर ऑफ सेम काइंड एंड प्लस 2 आर ऑफ सेम काइंड, मतलब जोड़ी है. तो ये कैसे हो सकता है? आप इसमें से क्या ले सकते हैं? ये 3 है ना. सो आई कैन चूज बिटवीन A2, I2, N2. सो आउट ऑफ दीज 3 आई हैव टू सिलेक्ट 2. तभी तो मेरे पास 4 लेटर्स आएंगे ना, इफ आई एम सिलेक्टिंग दिस. So this is equal to 3C2, so which is equal to 3. Okay. Here what is happening is option क्या हो जाएंगे? I, IINN ऐसे वाले अगर मेरे को 4 लेटर्स लेने हैं तो इन 3 में से जो 3 जो जोड़ियां हैं उनमें से मुझे 2 जोड़ियां लेनी पड़ेंगी. ओके. द थर्ड ऑप्शन इज 2 आर अलाइक प्लस 2 आर डिफरेंट. माने क्या है? आउट ऑफ दिस A2, I2, N2, I select 1. So this is 3C1. And out of 1 लेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? इसमें तो एक जो है वो जोड़ी आता है ना, तो इसमें ऑटोमेटिकली 2 आ जाएगा. और फिर EXMOTA सॉरी. Okay. So now what has happened is here. Now pay attention here. 1 has already been selected. Okay. Suppose I selected A2 here. What will happen? I will still have 1 I and 1 N. So I will write this here. Okay. Because out of these 3 I have selected 1. So what happens is these 2 remain. So 1 I and 1 N. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So into 7C2. Okay. अब ए वाला क्यों लिया? नहीं, आप आई ले सकते हो, एन ले सकते हो, लेकिन इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है कि एक तो जोड़ी ले ली और बाकी जो बचे हैं तो 5 लेटर्स ऐसे हैं जो रिपीटेड नहीं है, लेकिन जो 2 और लेटर्स है जो रिपीटेड है उनमें से मुझे एक एक लेना है. ओके. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट दिस इज 3 into 7C2 is कितना है? 7C2 7 factorial upon, so that is 6 into 7 upon 2 into 21. Okay, this is, I think, 63. Another, it is a combination only. You're just selecting, right? Okay. See, what I want, I'm suggesting is, I know this takes a lot of time to process. So I would suggest that after some time, like maybe at night, you go to the YouTube channel and watch this video again. This portion, okay? Like after all those word problems are there, those you watch again tonight so that it will register in your head. Okay? So do that. Now let us go to some questions. Once you see the questions, you will understand that you can easily score. The number of ways in which 12 students can be divided into 3 groups. So what will happen is, suppose my students are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Okay, one, two. Yeah, right? So I have these 12 students. Okay. So I have these 12 students. So what I do, I want to divide them into 3 equal groups. So first group will have 12 students. From these 12 students, I will select 4 students. Okay. Into, out of, once these 4 are out, how many students are remaining? 8. So 8 C4. Okay. Now, once I have selected these 4, how many students are remaining? These 4. So 4 C4. In the last group, I don't have a choice. I have to take all the 4 and put it into one group. So how much is this? This is 12 factorial upon 8 factorial into 4 factorial into 8 factorial upon 4 factorial into 4 factorial into 4 factorial upon 0 factorial into 4 factorial. Okay. So this is giving me, this gets cancelled and this gets cancelled. This is equal to 12 factorial upon 4 factorial into 4 factorial into 4 factorial. It seems easy, okay? But now what happens is, what is happening here is, this is a very important concept. आपको समझना है कि ये क्या कर रहे हैं. ये जो थीम है, these are suppose 3 groups. So first, I can write it as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I, J, K, L. Then again, I have A, B, C, D, I, J, K, L, E, F, G, H. Then I may take E, F, G, H as first. So it is E, F, G, H, A, B, C, D, I, J, K, L. Okay. I can have first group as E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L as the second group, and third group as A, B, C, D. Or I can start with I, J, K, L, A, B, C, D as the second group and E, F, G, H as the third group. Or I can have, change the color, I, J, K, L, दिख नहीं रहा है, E, F, G, H as the second group and A, B, C, D as the third group. Okay. Can you see that in all of these, have the group members changed? Just ask yourself, have the group members changed here? You may give a different number to the group, but in the group, I may say ABCD as group number 1, or I may say ABCD as group number 2, or I may say it as 3. Does it change the number members in the group? No, right? Soumya is correct, Rani is correct. That no, members are not changing. Means what? In this 12 factorial upon 4 factorial into 4 factorial into 4 factorial, these 6, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 have been counted. This one counting is done 6 times more. It has been repeated. So why? Because only I am saying that this is group number 1 or this is group number 1. But we don't need that. What is the question says can be equally divided. ऐसा कुछ बोला है क्या कि फर्स्ट ग्रुप एबीसीडी का होना चाहिए, उसको फर्स्ट प्राइज मिलने वाला है? नहीं। जैसे हमें कोई भी क्लास में एक्टिविटी रहती है तो टीचर क्या करती है, क्लास को डिवाइड कर देती है बच्चों में, राइट? उसमें फिर उनकी मर्जी है ना, किसी को भी ग्रुप नंबर 1 बोल देंगे, 2 बोल देंगे। ऐसा कहीं वो रूल नहीं है इन्हीं बच्चों को 1 बोलना है, 2 बोलना है। तो उसमें क्या हो जाता है, उसमें आप ज्यादा बार काउंट कर लेते हो। सो द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग हियर इज, for this, is I have to divide by 3 factorial. This is 6, na? 6 is nothing but 3 factorial because there are 3 groups. These 3 groups can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. वही ग्रुप है, परमिटेशन वाला है ना ये। These 3 groups can be arranged in 3 factorial ways. उनको हम सिर्फ अरेंज करते हैं 3 factorial ways में, उसमें ग्रुप मेंबर्स चेंज नहीं होते हैं, तो इसीलिए उसको डिवाइड करना है। ओके, that is why I need to divide. And so my answer is, this is nothing but 12 factorial upon 4 into 4 into 4 into 1 upon 3 factorial. Okay. So this will be your final answer. Yes, very good. Now, so many of you have understood. Again, for such questions, I want you to go back after some time, see the video again. And when you are on YouTube, please don't forget to click the like button. Okay, it helps the institute. So this is the case. Okay. So क्यों वो अपॉन 1/3 फैक्टोरियल आया, उसका लॉजिक भी बता दिया, क्योंकि वो सिर्फ अरेंजमेंट है। 3 factorial is the way in which I arrange the group. It is not changing the members in that group, and so that is why that means those groups have been repeatedly counted. So I need to eliminate that. Okay, so now let me see how much is this. 12 factorial is how much? Let me see. 479 479001600. 479001600. Okay. This is equal to 479001600 upon 24 into 24 into 24 into 3 factorial is 6. So divided by 24, divided by 24, divided by 24, divided by 6 is equal to 5775. Okay, and that is why A is the correct answer. Yes, Anuj has understood. Yes, Anuj, thank you. Okay. और यही है कि 12 फैक्टोरियल दिया रहेगा क्या, तो आपके पास 7 फैक्टोरियल इज 5040, उससे आप मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं आगे, या बहुत बार तो दे भी देंगे। ठीक है। Now this 16th and 17th are different in what ways? There are 15 mangoes. Okay. The number of ways in which 15 mangoes can be equally divided among 3 students. Can you differentiate the mango? Can you differentiate the mango? Answer is no. We say that the mangoes are alike. अगर आप देखोगे, आप लेंस लेके खड़े हो जाओगे कि यहाँ पे एक लाइन है, उधर लाइन है, तो बात अलग है. बट इफ आई हैव, सपोज आई हैव अल्फांसो मैंगोज, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, आई विल से आई हैव 15 मैंगोज, देयर आर 3 स्टूडेंट्स, आई नीड टू डिवाइड. So in that case, what am I going to do? Sorry, where did the question go? Okay. So what is going to happen here is, per student will get how many? 5. Okay, he will get 5. Then how many will remain? 10C5 into 5C5, which is equal to 15 factorial upon 10 factorial into 5 factorial into 10 factorial upon 5 factorial into 5 factorial into 5 factorial, 0 factorial and 5 factorial. This 10 factorial will get cancelled. This 5 factorial will get cancelled. What is remaining? 15 factorial upon 5 factorial into 5 factorial into 5 factorial. This can also be written as 15 factorial upon 5 factorial raised to 3. Okay? तो ये 4 वाला तो पॉसिबल नहीं है, 2 वाला भी पॉसिबल नहीं है, 3 वाला पॉसिबल. ओके, Humera, you want an explanation again? Okay, I will give that sum. See, what has happened is that I have 12 students here in the earlier sum. Okay, we are revisiting the 16th sum. So I have 12 students. And I am forming them into 3 groups. So each group will contain 4 students. So these groups can be arranged in how many ways? 3 factorial ways. Okay. But in this, what is happening is, out of these, like this is first one example I've shown you, that suppose I say ABCD is in one group, EFG is in second group, and IJKL are in third group. These can be rearranged. These can be the whole groups can be written like this, so that in this selection process, these are the repeated ones, wherein the members are not changing, but only the group order is changing. Here, members are not changing, but the group order is changing. And that is why 1 upon 3 factorial is very important here, because that eliminates the repetitive words. So, how many ways in which I can select? Now, 12C4, okay. First 12 students, I select 4 students. What will remain? 8 students are going to remain. Out of these 8 students, I can again select 4 students by 8C 4 ways. The last is what? 4 students are there. I need them in one group. So 8C, 4C 4. Okay. Hope you've understood. Humera. Mobini, here, see. Now, Mobini and all the others, remember. Here, we don't need to calculate. They are just giving us the formula in factorial, the options in factorial. So just write the answer in factorial, okay? You just have to tick them, okay? जो नहीं पूछा उस पर मेहनत नहीं करनी अपने को, ठीक है? Every 2 person, yes, Humera, yes. Every 2 persons shake hands with each other at a party, right? आपको शेक हैंड करने के लिए आप और सामने वाला एक और बंदा चाहिए, ठीक है? 2 लोग भी शेक हैंड कर सकते हैं. And the total number of shake hands is 66. Find the number of guests. So let n be the number of guests in the party. Okay. For shaking hands, we need 2 people. Okay. मतलब R आ गया. So I have NC2 is equal to 66. NC2 is equal to 66. So what is this? N factorial upon n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial is equal to 66. Now I will write n factorial up to n minus 2 factorial. So this is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial upon n minus 2 factorial, and 2 factorial I know is 2, is equal to is equal to 66. ये 2 जो है मैं इधर लेके जाती हूँ. 2 n minus 2 factorial gets cancelled, so I have n into n minus 1 is 66 into 2, which is equal to 132. What does this mean? See, you can always solve this using quadratic equation, or you may just see. These are consecutive numbers that should give you 132. Now you can see here, ये भी है कि आपको स्मार्टली भी आंसर चेक करना है. ये नहीं है कि आप 11 भी डाल रहे हैं, 12 भी डाल रहे हैं, वो देख रहे हैं क्या है. अब यहाँ जो 66 है ना, तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि 11 एक फैक्टर होने वाला है. एंड यू नो 11 इज अ प्राइम नंबर, सो somewhere, but is it n or is it n minus 1? 11 is there, so I will write this as 11 into how much? 12. So which is bigger number? 12. So how much is n? N is 12, because n into n minus 1. So their way, that way. So I don't even have to do this. I can directly use this. Okay. So I can say n is 12. So 12 into 11 is 132. So B will be your correct answer. Yes, Anjali, very good. Anjali, Anuj. Yes. Now 8 points are marked on the circumference of a circle. Circumference क्या होता है? एक सर्कल होता है ना, ये जो है ना, यहां से जाके जो हम वापस आते हैं उसको सर्कमफरेंस मिलते हैं. जैसे एक राउंड अपना प्लेग्राउंड होता है ना, मैदान होता है, वो राउंड होता है. तो अगर मैं जहां से शुरू करती हूँ और वहां पे वापस आती हूँ, तो वो जितना किलोमीटर रहेगा ना, उसको हम सर्कमफरेंस बोलते हैं. ठीक है. द नंबर ऑफ कॉर्ड्स, कॉर्ड्स यानी क्या होता है? अगर मेरा ये पॉइंट है, ठीक है, और ये पॉइंट है दूसरा जो सर्कल पे लाई करता है, तो इधर से इधर जो कनेक्ट होता है ना, इसको हम कॉर्ड बोलते हैं. और ये जो होता है ये सरकमफरेंस होता है. ठीक है. CE, कितना गंदा राइटिंग आ रहा है. सरकमफरेंस. ठीक है. So once I have that, what do I need to find out? 8 points are marked. So this is point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, point 6, point 7, and point 8. They are asking you to find the number of chords. How do I connect them, and how many chords can I get is 8C2, because I need 2 points to make a chord. I need 2 points to make a chord. Chord is a line. So line requires 2 points. ठीक है. कॉर्ड नहीं याद रहेगा तो भी लाइन आप याद रखिए. एक लाइन, एक स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट होता है, एंडिंग पॉइंट होता है ना लाइन के लिए, तो 2 पॉइंट्स चाहिए होते हैं. तो 8C2. So 8C2 is 8 factorial upon 6 factorial into 2 factorial. This is 8 into 7 upon 2, which is equal to 28. So C will be the correct answer. Very good, Anuj, Shreya. ठीक है. यहाँ पे आपको सिर्फ सर्कमफरेंस और कॉर्ड का कॉन्सेप्ट समझना है. Next is the number of diagonals in a decagon is. See, they have already given us the formula. Deca means what? Deca, decimal. क्या होता है? Deca means 10. ठीक है. Deca means 10. So I have number of diagonals. इसमें तो ना परम्यूटेशन है, ना कॉम्बिनेशन है. इसमें सिंपल सा है, 1/2 n into n minus 3. N here is 10. So this is equal to 1/2 into 10. 10 minus 3 कितना हुआ? 7. So 2 5 so this is 35. आंसर इतना सिंपल है. ठीक है. तो कभी कभी हम बस वर्ड से डरते हैं, हमें वर्ड से डरना नहीं है. ओके. हमें है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास. ठीक है. There are 12 points in a plane of which 5 are collinear. Okay, so first sum किया था उसका ये अलग सा version है. Okay, this is important because now in the first one when we had made the triangles they had said no points are collinear. Okay, but here what is happening is 5 are collinear. So you have to be a little careful. So how many points do I have? 5 points. Out of them 5 are collinear. So obviously remaining 7 are non-collinear. Okay. The number of triangles can be formed are. So number of points are. See what can happen is first option. All 3 points are non-collinear. Means what? Out of these 7 non-collinear points, I form this 3. I take this 3. So this is 7 factorial upon 4 factorial into 3 factorial. So 5, 6, 7. So this is 35. Okay, this is 35. दूसरा पॉसिबिलिटी क्या है? मैं इन 7 में से 2 points are non-collinear plus 1 point I take from the collinear. Means what? 7C2 into 5C1. Okay, so 7C2 is 7 factorial upon 5 factorial into 2 factorial into 5C1 will be 5. So this is 6 into 7. So 21 into 5. 21 into, this is 6 into 7. 30. 21, 5. Right, 105. Okay. Yes. Third option is what? I have 1 point from the non-collinear plus 2 points from the collinear. Okay. I can't take all 3 points from the collinear. अगर मैंने कोलिनियर माने क्या होता है? एक लाइन पे जो है वो पॉइंट्स है. ओके. कोलिनियर माने 1 2 3 4 5 ये लाइन पे है, बाकी इधर उधर कहीं पे है. तो ये जो 5 है उनमें से मैं 3 पॉइंट्स अगर ले लूं, ये मैंने सपोज ये वाला पहला पॉइंट ले लिया, ये दूसरा ले लिया, ये तीसरा ले लिया, तो इससे तो ट्राइंगल बनने नहीं वाला क्योंकि दे ऑलरेडी ऑन अ लाइन. ओके. So I cannot have a triangle with 3 points taken from collinear points. So what I'm going to do is I can take maximum 2 points from the collinear and 1 point from the non-collinear. See, first option is all 3 are non-collinear. So there is no question here. You have 7 non-collinear points. Out of them you have taken 3, 7C3, which is giving me 35 as the answer. 2 points are non-collinear and 1 point is collinear. Okay, so 7C2 and 5C1. Now I'm saying 1 point is from non-collinear and 2 points are from the collinear. So this is 7C1 into 5C2. So this is 7 into 5 factorial upon 3 factorial into 2 factorial. So this is 4 into 5. So 10. So this is 70. Okay. So total ways is 35 plus 105 plus 70. So this is 7 3 is 10. 10. 105, 105, 210 ways. Okay, so C is the correct answer. Okay. Yes, Soumya, I hope you've understood. Collinear means the word co and linear. Linear means line. Co means on the same line. Okay, collinear means on the same line. So these three. Okay, so what I can have is out of this I can take two, and then suppose I take this, then I can form a triangle. But I cannot take 3 points on the same line and form a triangle. Okay. Okay, the number of straight lines obtained by joining 16 points on a plane, no 3 of them being on the same line is. So 16 C2. Because straight line I can find, I need 2 points. 2 points is R. Okay. So 16 C2 is 16 factorial upon 14 factorial upon 2 factorial. This is 16 into 15 upon 2. So this is how much? 8, 2 1s are 2 8s are 8, 15 8s are 120. So A is the correct answer. No 3 of them being on the same line. So this is the answer. Yes, Anuj, correct. Yes, Priyanka is correct. Okay. A committee of 3 ladies and 4 gents is to be formed out of 8. Okay. How much is this time? I'll take this one because that is a bigger one. So now a Supreme Court has given 6-3 decision upholding a lower court. The number of ways in which it can give a majority decision reversing the lower court. क्या हो गया? सुप्रीम कोर्ट में केस आ गया. उसमें क्या है? पहले जूनियर जो मे बी हाई कोर्ट है या ट्रिब्यूनल है, उसमें से सपोज हाई कोर्ट में सोचते हैं हम लोग 6-3 का वो हुआ, डिसीजन हुआ ज्यूरी का, और ये केस हमारे पास सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आया. एक केस था, वो यहाँ नहीं लिखना, ये इधर है. एक सुप्रीम हाई कोर्ट का केस था जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आया. ओके, there was a high court case which has come to the Supreme Court case, and the decision has been given 6-3 upholding the High Court judgment. Okay, means what? This means there are 9 judges. 6 plus 3. There are 9 judges in the Supreme Court panel. Okay. So there are 9 judges have given a verdict 6-3. Yeah, upholding a lower court judgment hai. The number of ways it can give a majority decision reversing the lower court. मतलब अभी क्या हो गया है कि हमें जो ये डिसाइड है हुआ है, that is 6-3. In how many ways could you have reversed the judgment? See, when can you reverse a judgment? When a majority of the judges give the verdict. Okay, when the majority, any judgment, so don't get confused with whether it is reversal or upholding. Any judgment can be formed by majority. ठीक है ना? जिस भी डिसीजन को मेजोरिटी, जिस भी व्यू को मेजोरिटी होता है वो डिसीजन बन जाता है. ओके, नाउ देयर आर 9 जजेस. 9 जजेस, अगर मैं उसको हाफ करती हूँ 9/2 तो वो होता है 4.5. ऐसा तो नहीं होगा ना, एक जज पूरा होगा. सो व्हेन डू आई हैव मेजोरिटी? व्हेन डू आई हैव मेजोरिटी? 5 एक जगह होगा एंड 4 एक जगह होगा ना, 5 और 4. So that I can have a majority when I have 5:4 or I have 6:3. Okay, only then I can have. So what is it that I can do is, so minimum मेरे को 5 चाहिए. minimum to reverse or to take a judgment. Any judgment I need 5. So what I can have is 9C5. Okay, this will have, or I can have 9C6, or I can have 9C7, or I can have 9C8, or I can have 9C9. Means what? All the 9 judges are in favor or against a decision. Whatever decision they have taken it together. So because up to 4 judges, I cannot have a decision. When it crosses, I can reverse the judgment. Okay, the judgment has already taken 6:3. I want to reverse that. So what happens is I can have it when 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now 9C5 is how much? 9 factorial upon 4 factorial into 5 factorial plus 9 factorial upon 6 factorial into 3 factorial plus 9 factorial upon 2 factorial into 7 factorial plus 9 factorial upon 1 factorial into 8 factorial, and this is 9 factorial upon 0 factorial into 9 factorial. Now how much will this be? 9 factorial, this will be 126, this will be 84, this will be 36, and this will be 10. 1, 2, 3. These two combined. This is 9 and this is 1. Okay, so 10. This is equal to 256. So A will be the correct answer. Okay. आपको ये समझना है ये कैसे आया. बाकी कैलकुलेशन तो आप कर सकते हैं. 9 अपॉन 4 5. यहाँ पे मेन क्या है कि अगर किसी भी जजमेंट है, अब 9 जजेस है, तो उनमें से जब 5 एक तरह से आंसर करेंगे और 4 ऑपोजिट करेंगे तो ही आपको एक डिसीजन मिलता है. 5 या 6, 7, 8, 9, मतलब 9 के 9 जजेस आप एक तरह से डिसीजन ले रहे. ओके, दिस क्वेश्चन इज हाईलाइटिंग दैट when you have a majority. So when will you have a majority? For 9 people, you can have a majority when 5 are together, 6 are together, 7 are together, 8 are together, or 9 are together. Okay. Okay, 5 balls are there. Hope everybody is understood. Just put in the chat box. 5 balls are there, out of which 3 are defective. So if 3 are defective means 2 are non-defective. Okay. Are tried to in 2 bulb points. Okay, they are put in 2 bulb points. So number of trials, the room shall be lighted. The room will be lighted when either of the 2 bulbs are lit or both bulbs are lit. ठीक है. मतलब क्या होगा इसमें? क्या होगा? फर्स्ट डिफेक्टिव है, सेकेंड जो है नॉन डिफेक्टिव है. देयर आर 2 बल्ब पॉइंट्स, 2 सॉकेट है, एक में डिफेक्टिव लगा दिया, एक में नॉन डिफेक्टिव लगा दिया, तो बटन ऑन करने के बाद उजाला तो पड़ेगा क्योंकि एक बल्ब तो जल रहा है. ठीक है. दूसरा यह सकता है कि यहाँ पे मैंने जो है दोनों डिफेक्टिव लिए तो बल्ब लाइट लगेगा क्या? नहीं. तो क्या होगा? बोथ आर नॉन डिफेक्टिव. So there are 2 options in which one is defective and one is non-defective, or both are this thing. So here for this it is 3C1 into 2C1. ये 2 है, ये 1 है, 2C1. यहाँ 3 है और 1 है, 3C1. So this is equal to 3 factorial upon 1 factorial into 2 factorial into 2 factorial 1 factorial into 1 factorial. So this is equal to 3 into 2 which is equal to 6. सेकेंड ऑप्शन में क्या है? दोनों जो है उसमें से है नॉन डिफेक्टिव बल्ब है. So this is 2C2. 2C2 is 2 factorial upon 0 factorial into 2 factorial. 2 factorial 2 factorial cancel हो गया, 1 हो गया. तो this plus this answer is 7. So D will be the correct answer. Yes, Anuj understood, Mobini understood, Hitesh understood, Anjali understood. Very good. What about the others? Quickly put in the chat box whether or not you have understood. Okay. So these are the ways in which you can light the bulb. Either one socket is working or the second socket is working, or both the sockets have bulbs which are working. Okay. Now let me quickly take you to the some sums I want to share with you. Okay. Okay, this was the last sum we did with permutation. So let me take the others also. I will just explain the method so that you could do. Yes, very good. So nice. Anuj has understood. Mobini, Hitesh, Anjali, Rohini, Avani, Renuka, Shreya. Yes, it is a bit difficult, Shreya. I will not say no to that, but I have simplified it as much as possible. All you need to do is just go to the YouTube, watch the videos 2, 3 times, and you will all the concept will be clear. Hmm? So you need to watch it over and over again. Try to write it also over and over again. हाँ सौम्या, ये तो होता है. हम बोलते हैं, मैं बोल रही हूँ तो आपको समझ में आ रहा है, लेकिन जब आप करने जाओगे तो नहीं आ रहा है, क्योंकि आप जब वीडियो देखोगे ना बाद में यूट्यूब पे, तो आप वर्ड वो सेंटेंस सुनिए, उसके बाद हाथ से लिखिए, फिर वापस सेंटेंस सुनिए, पॉज कीजिए, वापस लिखिए. 1-2 बार आप कर लेंगे ना तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. याद नहीं करना, क्योंकि आप याद नहीं कर सकते. अलग अलग प्रॉब्लम्स का अलग अलग तरीके से हैंडल करना है. तो आपको कॉन्सेप्ट आने चाहिए. एक बार आपके कॉन्सेप्ट पक्के हो जाते हैं तो आप कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हैंडल कर लेते हो. ठीक है. तो इसमें क्या है, आपको प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है. परमिटेशंस है, प्रोबेबिलिटी का चैप्टर है. यू हैव टू लाइक प्रैक्टिस फॉर प्रोबेबिलिटी एंड परमिटेशन एंड कॉम्बिनेशन. only once you start practicing, you start reading the question over and over again, you will start getting, बल्ब लग जाते हैं दिमाग में. अरे हाँ, ये वाला ऐसा था. इसके लिए आप वीडियो 4-5 बार देखिए तो आपको और अच्छे से समझ में आ जाएगा. ओके. Here now what I'm going to do, because we don't have much time, I'm just going to tell you how you're supposed to handle this. How many different numbers can be formed out of any 5 numbers? Okay, because this formation of number, this is a question. Wait. Formation of numbers. Okay, so how many different numbers can be formed using any 3 out of 5 digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No digit being repeated in any way. Okay, no digit is repeated. Okay, if I have these 5 numbers, and how many? 3, any 3. So R is equal to 3, N is equal to 5. Okay. Now, is the order important? Yes. Because 1 to 3 and 3 to 1 are 2 different numbers, right? So, I have, if I just consider this, I don't consider this is equal to 5p3, which is equal to 5 factorial upon 2 factorial, which is equal to 120 upon 2, this is equal to 60. Had the question been only this much, particularly I'm showing you, only if the question is there are 5 digits, you have to take any 3 digits and form numbers. So how many numbers can you form? 60 numbers can be formed. Now here begins with a specific digit. Okay, first begins with a specific digit means ये 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 में से एक नंबर हमारा 1 number is fixed. So how many numbers are remaining? 4. How many places are remaining? 2. 3-digit number है ना, 1, 2, 3. उसमें से सपोज ये वाला नंबर तो मैंने पहले से डिसाइड कर लिया कि कौन सा नंबर चाहिए, तो बचे कितने नंबर? 4. देयर इज नो रेपिटेशन अलाउड. जगह कितनी है? 2. सो 4C2. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज begins with a specific digits and end with a specific digit. So 3 digit number, ये भी भर गया, ये भी भर गया, तो ये वाला कितना रहेगा? 3C 1 which is equal to 3. ठीक है, इस तरह से आपको करना है. नेक्स्ट इज हाउ मेनी 4 digit नंबर्स कैन बी फॉर्म्ड आउट ऑफ द डिजिट्स. ओके, व्हेन दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अभी 1 2 3 देख लिया तो आप ये मत समझ लेना आगे 4 5 6 7 है. ठीक है, यहाँ देखिए आप 1 2 3 4 5 6 देर आर ओनली 7 digits नॉट 9 digits. ना हमें ये 1 2 3 5 7 9 दिख रहा है ना, 5 7 8 9, तो हमें लगता है जल्दी में होते हैं, हमने सोचा कि 9 digits है. नहीं, there are only 7 digits. And how many? You need 4 digits. So R is equal to 4, N is equal to 7. Okay. No digit is repeated. So this is 7P4. Okay. This is what 7 factorial upon 3 factorial. ठीक है. How many of these will be greater than 3000? So there are 1 2 3 4. 3000 माने यहाँ पे कौन से नंबर आ सकते हैं? 3 5 7 8 और 9. ये 5 जो है इनमें से मुझे ये जगह भरनी है. ओके, 1 2 3 4 5. सो दिस प्लेस कैन बी फिल्ड विथ 5P1. बचे कितनी जगह है? 3 जगह. बचते कितने हैं? एक नंबर चला गया, 7 में से एक नंबर चला गया, 6 नंबर्स आर रिमेनिंग. सो 6P3. ओके, सो this first place I can only have 3 5 7 8 9. So I've taken this as 5. ये 5 कहाँ से आया? Okay, this has come from here, 3 5 7 8 9, and out of 7 I have taken 1, so remaining are 6. So these numbers are important, and then you have to make the calculation. Okay, so this is, then you can make the calculation. Okay, there are 6 students, out of which 2 are Indians, 2 are Americans, and remaining 2 are Russians. Okay, two Indians, 2 Americans, and 2 Russians. Okay, they have to stand in a photograph so that all the Americans are together, Indians are together, and the Russians are together. So 3 groups are there. 3 groups can be formed using 3 factorial ways. ठीक है, and in this I can have I1 I2 or I can have I2 I1. Same thing, A1 A2 or I can have A2 A1. I can have R1 R2 or I can have R2 R1. So means what? Into 2 factorial into 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay. Okay, this is the last sum we are taking. A family of 4 brothers and 3 sisters are arranged in a photograph in one row. In how many ways can be seated if all the sisters are sitting together? 4 brothers are there, B1, B2, B3, B4. लेकिन जो 3 sisters है ना, वो साथ में बैठेंगी बोल रहे हैं. So these are S1, S2 and S3. So means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what? This is 5 factorial. And these 3 sisters amongst themselves can sit in 3 factorial ways. ये तीनों ऐसा नहीं कि S1, S2, S3 बैठेंगे. How many options do they have? 3 factorial ways. So this will be the answer. Now the second is no 2 sisters sit together. Means what? I have B1, B2, B3, B4. How many places are available for the sisters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they sit in either of these 5 places, they are not, no 2 sisters are going to sit together. So means what? These 4 brothers are there. Okay, these 4 brothers can be arranged in 4 factorial ways. And for these three sisters, I have 5p3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 places are available for 3 sisters. Okay, so this is part 1 and this is part 2. Okay, and in again I'm saying sums like these, see the options. Okay, so you can do this with the option. This is also very simple. NPR is this. Don't you know that this is the formula for NPR? Hmm? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2, n minus r minus 1, plus 1. The number of factors is nothing but r. This is basic definition of probability of permutation. Okay. So this is giving you, see, you can score marks here in 10 seconds. Okay. So that is why you must know the theory also. Okay. Now in this case also, in this case, put in the option and you will see. Okay, and now obviously this is not a possibility because n cannot be negative. Okay, so this is out of question. Now comes 6 or 5. So you have to just substitute and you will find the answer. Okay. In how many different ways can a club with 10 members select a president, secretary and treasurer? Is nothing but 10p1 into 9p1 into this thing. Okay. This is just 10p1, 9p1 and 8p1. Okay. और ये हो गया 10 into 9 into 8 which is equal to 720. तो बचा है क्या? हाँ. This is also important. When John arrives in New York, he has 8 stops to see, but he has time only to visit 6. In how many different ways can he arrange? अभी यहाँ जो होता है कि मेरे को ये समझता नहीं है कि मुझे permutation यूज करना है या कॉम्बिनेशन. तो इसमें जो है ही कैन अरेंज हिज शेड्यूल. अरेंज होता है कि मतलब मेरे पास 8 दुकानें हैं, उसको जाना है लेकिन उसके पास टाइम कम है तो वो 6 पे ही जाएगा. तो ऑब्वियसली व्हेन ही हैज टू चूज, वो ऐसे रैंडमली नहीं चूज करेगा, वो ऐसे चूज करेगा जिससे उसको उसमें थॉट प्रोसेस देना पड़ेगा तब वो चूज कर पाएगा. सो दैट इज व्हाई फॉर दिस व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज ही हैज 8p6 एंड नॉट 8c6. यहाँ पे p क्यों यूज किया, c क्यों नहीं यूज किया? बिकॉज ही इज अरेंजिंग. इसमें जो है ये है 12 फैक्टोरियल. इफ 3 लीव इन डिस्गस्ट, 12 पेशेंट थे उनमें से 3 चले गए क्योंकि डॉक्टर साहब जल्दी नहीं आए, तो क्या हो जाएगा 9 9p. ओके, यहाँ पे आपको 9 लेना है, यहाँ पे 12 फैक्टोरियल है बिकॉज ऑल द 12 पेशेंट्स यू आर गोइंग टू सी देम. ओके, yes, okay, so that completes our permutation and combination. I hope everybody has understood. Yes, Tambeshwari, yes, Anuj, Samir, Viresh, yes, Viresh, you have understood. Renuka, Avni, Shreya, Soumya, yeah, Mobini, Hitesh, Anjali, yes, Priyanka, Humera, Vinod, Rani, Dheeraj, okay, Padmacharita, yes, Anagha, Rohini, Dheeraj, Tambeshwari, yeah. Okay, thank you all for your patient hearing. Have a great Sunday ahead. Thank you so much.